Hey folks, thanks for checking this video out. This is part 3 of Fretboard Freedom. In part 1 and 2, I discussed, obviously, fretboard freedom, getting to know your fretboard. The note names of the frets on each string, because they're not just fret numbers, they got note names, as well as memorizing notes that are in the major scales, all the different chords, so that you can apply it to the fretboard without relying on memorized shapes, giving you a little more freedom on the fretboard. But let's take it one step further and start applying it to chords and chord progressions and maybe some songwriting. Let's go. So for this example of applying fretboard freedom, fretboard knowledge, note names to chord progressions, I'm going to use one of my favorite chord changes for you theory people out there, a 6/4 progression, or E minor 7 to C major 7. Okay, very nice chord change. I quite like it. And we're going to apply that knowledge of notes to get beyond the very guitar-esque chords, which we know would be this bar chord to that one. Very common shapes on guitar. But let's take sort of a voice leading approach. That is, only change the notes from your current chord that you need to get to your next chord. So for example, and write the notes down if you have to, E minor 7 chord has an E, G, B, and D note in it. A C major 7 chord has a C, E, G, and B. So there's only one note difference. So from the E minor 7, I only actually have to change one note to make it a C major 7. E minor 7, sorry, C major 7. Yeah, we got it. And so that is the D note of the E minor 7, which is the 7th fret of the G string. That note can change down to the 5th fret of the G string, which is a C. Okay, now you might have to alter your fingerings, but I have C, E minor 7. Now I want this note, but leave the rest the same. Very ethereal. Okay? Simple concept. Because I know the notes on my fretboard, I know the notes in the chords, I don't have to rely on this physical shape to this one. Very common bar chords for guitar players. I can just change the notes that need to be changed. If you're interested in voice leading, you can do a Google search and get a lot more information on that. But I'm just kind of breaking it down in a guitar way. And that is, whatever chords you're on, and whatever your chord you're going to, only change the notes that need to be. Okay? Now, we don't have to go from this to that. We can apply that same voice leading concept and find another fingering that would work. Remember that D has to go to a C note. Now this wouldn't really be voice leading, some jumping down an octave, but there's also a C right here. Okay, but we still need to get rid of that D. So I'm going to move this E, where my first finger is, down to the C, and that D I'm move up to an E. Okay, so this right there. So two different, I guess you could say, chord movements to replace this one. Okay, that's simply it. Going from one chord, keep the notes that you can as is if they're shared with the next chord. Hope that makes sense. I just find it very helpful in that you get beyond your typical bar chords and memorized chord shapes on guitar, which are very guitar-esque. Is that even a word? Hopefully that helps. I just wanted to share that as part 3 of Fretboard Freedom. Start applying your knowledge of notes and notes on the fretboard to chords. All right, cool. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.